Hey you, get in here. I'm Jennifer Batten. Welcome to the tour bus for the ultimate guitar experience. I only come up here very rarely. The last time I was just freezing my butt off and we were stuck in snow for 5 hours, and that's the only sun that was coming through the window, so I came up there like a lizard to bake. Usually I'm not up front. I, for one, can't stand the sound of TV. So I never turn it on. Sometimes it's on, the other guys like to watch sports, or Fox News was even on, which is really disturbing. I just kind of walk by and just turn the volume off as I walk by. Usually I'll escape. If it's something I don't want to see, I'll go to my bunk or just get off the bus, depending on if we're rolling or not. I'm one of the ones that doesn't hang out so much. I like my private space, and when I'm home, I'm happy to be alone for 23 hours a day. So having 12 people on a bus, I'm either in my bunk. After the show, we'll hang for a little bit, maybe an hour at the most for me, and then I'm into the bunk. Get some rest for the next day. If we're stopped, I'm one of the first ones off. As soon as I wake up, I got my Starbucks app got my Stardar working. The most important appliance of the whole tour bus is the coffee. And we tend to stop and get some high quality beans, so there's a grinder in here and we get the good stuff. Because you never know how many miles it's going to be till you can get to a Starbucks. And when you're flying, you never know when the bus is going to stop. And he likes to keep going, so we got to have our supplies on board, including my oats. Yep, got to have my oats for breakfast. That assures that I actually have something to eat, because often when we arrive, if there's nothing around, it could be a couple mile walk in the rain to find something to eat. So I stock up on that. This is the coffee section with sugar in the raw, which tastes way better than the White Death. Regular sugar. We got our filters. There's actually 2 coffee grinders. That's how into coffee we are. And I don't know who's eating this toxic crap, but there's always some people on death's door. And one of the guys is really into tea, so he's got Earl Grey, medley, ginger, which is great for motion sickness and firing your brain up. Other than that, I don't use anything on here except the wine. Sometimes I'll have that after the show, but usually my brain is so scrambled from just playing that I'm good without anything. My bunk is kind of like how a rat lives, honestly, and I happen to choose the bunk that is the coldest of the whole tour. Of course, I didn't know that in advance, but man, when the bus gets going and it's snowing outside, I just did not sleep well for the first month, and I finally, I was always asking the bus driver to bump up the volume on the temperature, and everybody else would roast that's higher up on the bus, and I just was never comfortable, so I finally got myself a king-size comforter, and here's how a rat lives. See, we all park our shoes at the bottom of the bunk. At night there's a lot more, and this is actually semi-cleared out. See, well, I store stuff that I leave here at night in the bunk, so there's actually more of a pathway. Things like laptops, kind of keep in the bunk away from people. And this is my beautiful comforter that has saved my attitude. My attitude got much better once I was warm. And there's all kinds of crap in here, vitamins, turmeric. I just got a knee replacement, so I'm using anti-inflammatory stuff. And I was sleeping on top of my amp for a little while there. It's a 2-pound amp, I will say, but it raised the pillow up a little bit. That's how a rat lives. The coolest thing is there's USB chargers, so we can all charge our phones at night and whatever else we have. We got a couple AC things in there, just like modern planes. It's quite a challenge to actually get in here at night, but once I'm in, I'm good. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jennifer Batten. I did 10 years playing with Michael Jackson, 3 years with Jeff Beck. I have 3 solo records out, and I work for TrueFire.com making instructional DVDs. You can find all the tour dates at Batten.com, B-A-T-T-E-N, or Jennifer Batten. They both go to the same place. And I'm always jumping around the planet, somewhere. As soon as this tour is done, I got 2 days at home, and I'm going to Europe for 6 weeks, and back in the UK in September, Japan in the summer. So I've always got a lot of stuff going on.